Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome. Good morning. Today is January 12, 2024, and we are looking at the New York Times Sudoku puzzle of today. We have a 6 and an 8 blocking down and up. Now I am looking at the 4 and a 5. They can't go here, obviously, so they must go here, here, or here, or here, here, and here, rather. We have a 4 and a 5 blocking here, so it's clear that a 4 and a 5 must go in these two squares. It's not very helpful at the moment, but this is how I view all puzzles. But it does raise the question that if these are 4 and 5, then it follows that a 7 and a 3 must go here, here, or here. And we also need a 9. So a 9 could go here, of course. But the 7 and a 3 certainly must go here, here, and here. And we got a 7 and a 3 blocking this square. So 7 and 3 are confined to these two squares. And the last two numbers to deal with have to be a 1 and a 9. The 1 blocks here, so here's a 9, and the 1 must go down here. We have a couple of 1s blocking like so, and this one blocking across, so a 1 must go here. Now we have two 1s blocking these squares here, and this 1 blocks down. So here's a 1. If these are 7 and 3, and they have to be, then these must be a 1 and a 2. This ghost 1 blocks across here, this 1 blocks across here, and these two 1s block up. So this square has got to be a 1. This 2 blocks up here. We have just established that one of these must be a 2 blocking across. So one of these two squares must be a 2 blocking down. This 2 blocks up. That gives me a 2 here. This 5 blocks these 3 squares, therefore 5 must go here. Got a 5 and a 5 blocking across here. This 5 blocks up. Here's a 5. We need a 6 and a 2 for these squares, and I think we'll have to wait. We also need a 6 here or here. Not here and not here because of these two 6s blocking. Might be worth having a look at these 3 squares. There must be a 9, 6, and a 4. I don't know what to do about that, but that tells me that these 2 squares have got to be a 7 and a 3. The 7 blocks over, giving me this 3 and this 7. Now we have a 7 here. And that leaves only one square open for a 6 in this row. It goes here. 4 and 9 here now. The 4 blocks over. Here's a 9. Here's a 4. 4 and 5 for these two squares. We also had a 4 and a 5 here. I don't think I can place any of them yet. But these must be an 8, 9, and a 6. The 6 blocks down, so a 6 goes here or here. The 9 blocks over, so a 9 goes here or here. And the 8 blocks down, so 8 and 6 go in these two squares, therefore the 9 must go here. Two, 6, and 8 for these squares, and I can't solve those yet. This 5 blocks these squares. This 5 blocks this square, therefore 5 goes here. Remember how these were a 4 and a 5? Now this must be the 4, and this must be the 5, and this must be a 4. Two, 3, and 8 here. Hang on, remember how one of these is a 2? Therefore this can't be a 2 under any circumstance. And this 2 blocks here. So we have a 2 here. 3 and 8 now for these squares. And we got, by the way, a 3 and an 8 blocking this square. So it can't be a 3 and an 8. Therefore, it has got to be a 6. Now we know that this is a 6 and this is an 8. And we still have our 3 and an 8 pair going on here. We need a 1, 2, 7, and a 9 here. We know that this is a 1, 2, and we have a 7 going on in one of these two squares and a 9. We have 7 and 9 here. So we know that 2 of these squares must be a 7 and a 9. And we have a 1 and a 2 blocking over here. So at least this one must be a 7 or it must be a 9. I'm still interested in the top row. We need to find a 6 for one of these two squares. The 6 blocks up, of course. So the 6 goes in this corner. And this square has got to be a 2. We now have this 6 blocking down. We have got these two 6s blocking these 4 squares. So a 6 must go here. This 8 blocks here, and this 8 blocks here. So an 8 for column 7 has got to go here. The 3 blocks here and here, so a 3 must go here. And here now we are looking for a 9 and a 4. 9 and 4. Also 4s here or here. No can to do just yet. 4 and a 9 though, that means that these must be a 7 and a 2. And we know that one of these is a 2, blocking over, therefore the 2 goes here and the 7 here. We have a 7 and a 3 here, remember from the start. The 7 now blocks over, here's a 3 and here's a 7. 4, 5 and 9 here. 4 and 5 block over, here's a 9. 4 blocks over, here's a 5 and here's a 4. 5 and 5 block these 4 squares and 5 blocks down. So a 5 goes here. 1, 2, 9 here. The 1s block these squares, therefore a 1 goes here. 2 and 9 here. The 2 blocks down. Here is a 9, here's a 2. Here now a 4 and a 3. The 3 blocks over. 4 goes here, 3 here. We also had a 4 for one of these two squares, didn't we? 4 now blocks over, therefore this must be the 4, and this must be the 9. And that gives us a 9 here. 6 and 8 for these squares. The 6 blocks up. Here's the 8. Here's the 6. And down here we can enter our 3 and our 8 here. These were 1 and 2s, remember? The 1 blocks up, here's now a 2, and here's now a 1. This 2 blocks down, this 2 blocks here. here's a 2, and here is a 3, which blocks to this square, giving me a 3 for this one here, and here must go a 7. That gives me a 7 here. And the final line goes here. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.